Let me first of all say a pleasant good morning to our listening audience, both in Dominica and in the diaspora, who look forward every day to hearing from us, to know what's happening in our country after the devastation of Maria. My role here this morning is as Minister of Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, with responsibility for the Independence celebration, is to tell you what we have planned in our country, planned for you, those who view and those who listen, and those who will be participating in this program. As mentioned earlier and in other, briefings, that it's going to be a shortened version because, as you know, we have no electricity in the greater part of the country. We are getting there. The tongue is lighted, so we can do that. We have some of our roads still compromised. We are getting there. People can get to the park. And so we have shortened the celebration. But it's our 39th anniversary. The easiest thing we could do at this time is to say no celebration. But we are not daunted. We still believe in nation building. We still believe in building a Dominica, a future for the younger generations. And so we cannot let 39 years of independence pass us by because of our situation now. And today's briefing session, as I said, is to bring the nation up to date on the program of activities scheduled for November under our theme, Building a Brighter Future Together. Very important. The unity that we have to exercise in building this future. And now we are challenged to do that. And so we have to put our shoulders to the wheel, come together in this unified state and build Dominica. Past programs have started at 9 o'clock, but because of the situation, we'll be starting an hour later, and we'll be starting at 8:55 when we have the arrival of the Prime Minister, and we move on with the arrival of His Excellency. Now, what is different about this year's program? We have to give thanks. Thanks for God taking us through this system. We have to give thanks to the many people who came to our rescue at this time to help us in Dominica. And so before I go into this program, I really want to thank all the foreign entities, all the foreign forces who have come to our rescue, who have provided us with a sense of hope, who have been there with us, tete-a-tete, as we say in Patois, to bring Dominica back to where it should be. It might take some time. But in all of this, we have to show reverence to God. And so we decided this year to do an ecumenical service and a cultural expose. So we will have a military presence with uniform guards. We'll have a guard of honor with the uniform forces, the cadet corps, fire and ambulance services, prison services, and some of our military people who are here helping us will be part of that cultural expose, will be part of that military parade that we want to have. We will, the first part of it, will do a praise and worship session where we'll have a group from Portsmouth along with it doing some praise and worship, not very long, because we have to be thankful, as I said earlier. We have to be thankful to God. We have to also remember those who lost their lives in the process. And so, in spite of the storm, in spite of all of that, we still have to go to our God and give reverence and praise. So we have, we will start the day with this praise and worship session. We have prayers or invocation from the various churches. We have from the Association of Evangelical Churches in the person of Pastor Ellington Wilson, who will offer some prayers or invocation. We'll have invocation or prayers from the Seventh-day Adventist Church. We'll also have from the minister of the Methodist Church, and we will have a message from the Bishop of Roseau, Bishop Gabriel Mazet. Then this will be done by, we'll have the address to the nation, which I think is the highlight and what people are looking for hope, and people are looking to hear from the leader of our country, the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, who will address the nation, maybe give us, I do not want to preempt because I do not know exactly everything that's in the speech or what he's going to tell us, but I'm sure his message will be one of hope, one of telling us what plans he has for taking Dominica to the level that we expect it to go. We'll have cultural performances then in the cultural expose part of it. Cultural performances like groups like the Flamboyant Cultural Group of Dublin, Tradibel of Grand Bay, the Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre Company, and we'll have a song by the Cicero Singers, some patois song for this. And then we'll end the day with a presidential salute from the armed forces, and then we'll have, naturally, Dominica National Anthem will be part of that. One of the things we always say, Dominica is a resilient country. We are resilient people, and resilience can only be tested or manifested by the actions that we take. And so what better way to show our resilience than to come to this event, to participate, encourage people on this day. Let's show the level of patriotism that we should have. Let's fly our flags. Those of you whose clothes have not been washed away by Maria, who still have some or wabduyet or whatever cultural item you have to wear to show your national pride on that day, please wear it. Come to the stadium with your flags. We invite all of you to be there. And this is the way that we can showcase how resilient we are. The other thing I want to implore people at this time, we're only 3 days away from the celebrations time, 3 days away. And we do not have much time to prepare. Do not sit back and say that, you know, it's too depressing, it's too hard. Please, we'd like you to come up in large numbers to help us to bring a vibrancy to the country, to bring a vibrancy to the nation, to say that, like we say in our song, come ye forward, sons and daughters, and let's all of us come together at this time to show that we can really build a brighter future together, build a brighter nation together. At this stage, as I said earlier, just saying thanks, it's not even sufficient to express our gratitude to the many foreign military people who are here helping us. We have Doctors Without Borders, we have Electricians Without Borders, we have, you know, we have from the UN a whole cadre of groups who are here to help us with our social services, with our roads, with our electrification in certain areas in our health centers. And I just want to express on behalf of the government, on behalf of the Ministry of Social Services, our deep gratitude for the showcase of interest, for the showcase of love, for the showcase of care that these people have brought to us. Let us use that as an example, and as Dominicans, not just sit by and look at these people do things for us, but let us get involved. Let us use this 39th anniversary as a time of reflection. This, as one famous president of the world said, let us not ask what Dominica can do for us, but now is the time that we can do for our country, that we can do for Dominica. Now is the time that the forces of nature has beckoned us to come together, to work together in unity, in strength, in love, in peace, and in gratitude to bring back our country to the level where we can all live together happily. And so, Dominicans, with these few words, I want to say thank you. I'm hoping to see everyone who can make it at the park on November 3rd from 9 o'clock. It's going to be a very good day. We are going to give praise to God. We are going to thank Him. Because in spite of the storm, there are things, lessons that we should have learned from it. And let us reflect on the good aspect, though devastated by Maria, but there are good lessons that we should learn, as I said earlier. Lessons of where families who were not talking came together, where neighbors who were not on friendly terms came together. We saw people asking no questions. They didn't want to know what party you belong to, who you are, but they came together. No political barrier. Now is not the time for politics or colors. Now is the time where we work as Dominicans to help bring our nation on a good stand, on a good footing, and that we can live in that love, in that peace, and we can achieve the just nation that we want Dominica to be. I just want to say thank you very much and hope to see you there on 3rd of November from 9 o'clock, flying your flags, wearing your cultural clothes, your wabduyet, your madras, any piece of madras that you can find. Put it. Let's show pride in our nation and let's serve our country well, and let's celebrate in love and peace and unity. Thank you.